Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the Atlanta Braves. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. Well, Singy, when you consider the top hitters' ballparks in the sport, this has got to be one of them.
I'll say this. Pitchers have to stay with their game. They can't look over their shoulder and think, I have to be fine and perfect on every pitch. Continue to pitch to your strengths, and you'll come out of here with a good outing.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And now here's the starter for Atlanta, Reynaldo Lopez. How about a scouting report on him?
A really good outing for him last time. Scattered 2 runs, was attacking hitters, getting ahead in the count. Great performance. We'll see if he can do it again in this one.
Okay, all set to go. Xavier Edwards digs in now.
Xavier Edwards.
And the first pitch of the game is in for a strike.
First pitch, 7:15.
The 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
The changeup missing. Yeah, the count 1-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
Batting second, left fielder, Kyle Stowers.
And time now for the Marlins lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup is a bit unusual against a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, Boog, certainly bucks the old conventional wisdom, and I'm not sure I see the vision from the manager on this one. You're not exactly putting your players in the best situation to succeed when you roll out a lineup like this. Maybe they've seen something on video that tells them there's a weakness to exploit. Perhaps that's it.
Now, here is Kyle Stowers.
That's outside.
Just missed. Stowers matched a homer in his last game. The 1-0. On the ground at first. Oh, look at the stop. And very nicely done for the out.
Batting third, catcher, Heriberto Hernandez.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Heriberto Hernandez.
Four-seam fastball, high inside.
Off the plate, ball 1.
On the ground. Throw on to Olsen. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. And now the Braves will get their first crack at it. No score. This is Braves baseball on the show South. Back here in Atlanta and getting the start for Miami, Braxton Garrett. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
On a line out towards center. 1 away. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. It's Singy against the southpaw on the mound. The Skippers loaded this lineup with righty bats.
Certainly following the conventional wisdom here, Boog. That extra split second can make a big difference for a hitter. So these righty batters will need to take advantage and make this tactical move pay off.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ha-Sung Kim. And a foul ball. That's towards center. Ruiz should have this one, and there's 2 down.
Batting third, first baseman, Matt
Here
Olson.
is Matt Olson. That clips the corner.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
Swing and a miss.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes and very difficult.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. We played an inning, no score. We move ahead to the top of the second now. And at the plate for Miami, Christopher Morel.
Curveball. Below middle.
That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And now it's going to be Javier Sanoja. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. That is strike 2. Morel on at first. Nobody out. Now he can't squeeze it behind the plate. Throws to second. In there safely.
That pitch was pretty far outside, further than he was set up, so kind of a tough one to handle, but still something he knows he should have had since it bounced off his glove and got away.
Man at second. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty. Sanoja wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. So the call will stand. So they'll lose their first challenge. And now for the Marlins, Graham Pauley. Aye. The 0-1. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Battling here as he fouls it away. Foul ball, still 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. The 0-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And there's a ball. Pitch misses. Ball 2.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
That one just misses. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The Fish looking to strike first here at the top of the second. There's a swing and a drive. And that is foul.
I'll tell you, with pitch counts being such a big consideration in today's game, an amazing fight at the plate like this ends up being incredibly valuable. Running that pitch count up, no matter what the result ends up being, he's going to get a lot of high fives in the dugout.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Now the third baseman, Connor Norby. 3 hits and a loss last night. That pitch clips the outside corner, and it's 0-1. The Marlins with a chance to score first here in the second game of the series. Lopez gets the swing and a miss, and that is that. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. Down to the bottom of the second. We're tied 0-0. Bottom of the second. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Austin Riley.
Austin Riley.
That one fouled off. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Got him swinging.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
Drake Baldwin next up for the Braves. That is upstairs for ball 1. Second inning here, no score. Up the middle, Sanoha fires over to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Fielder, Eli White.
Now the left fielder, Eli White. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that one. Line drive, base hit. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw to second is offline.
So a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here's Mauricio Dubon. In the dirt, blocked. Man on second, 2 down. Base hit! Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
So 2 down. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. He swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1. Swings through that.
All you got to do is concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
Here's the 0-2. And delivers outside. Fights it off. You'll see another. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's an early 1-0 lead. This is NL East Baseball here on MLB The Show. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park. And at the plate for Miami, Esteury Ruiz. Just missed.
Ball 1.
And a 1-0. Hey! He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Nice grab. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
Batting ninth, pitcher, Braxton Garrett.
Next is the pitcher for the Marlins, Braxton Garrett. And that misses. And that's ball 1.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
This to third. Riley zips it to first. First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
Up next for the Marlins, second baseman Xavier
Back to
Edwards.
the top of the Miami order. Xavier Edwards will hit next. He's 0 for 1. Edwards starting up the middle at second, hitting leadoff in today's game. And his on-base percentage this season is over 400. Base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Marlins, left fielder.
And up next for Miami, Kyle Stowers. Quick toss to first. Edwards back in on a dive. Edwards, the runner at first with 2 gone. On the ground to third. Throws to first. That ends the inning. 1 left for Miami. They trail here 1-0. Back at Truist Park. Now in for the Braves, Ronaldo Lopez. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first. There to beat him by an eyelash.
Man, that was bang, bang. Tough to tell in full speed, Boog.
I got to be honest with you. I couldn't tell either. As they ask for time to check with their replay guys about a possible challenge, we wait and see.
Yeah, and we usually get a couple of close ones every game, it seems. And this one is just about as close as it gets.
Fouled off left side. Oh, 1 down.
Ball 1.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
They really need to slow down with their approach and do a better job of recognizing sliders off the plate. You know it's driving the manager crazy. It's time for an adjustment out there.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to whereas you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you
Gets it to first. Inning over. Braves are set down 1-2-3, but they still lead it 1-0. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Heriberto Hernandez. Hey. The 0-2. Ground ball, Olsen. He takes it on his own. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Up next for the Marlins, right fielder Christopher Morel.
And now here is Christopher Morel. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through. In there at the knees. Slider misses outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Next offering is downstairs. The Braves leading by a run, top half of inning number 4. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Got him swinging. Out number 2.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Two down, nobody on. Out to short, Kim. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Nothing doing for the Marlins. They still trail 1-0. Back here in Atlanta. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Matt Olson.
Matt Olson.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Out of here. Matt Olson goes deep. Home run number 5 on the season, and they add on. It's 2-0. And Siggy, he just loves hitting against this guy, doesn't he?
It's like he's been facing him his entire life. Looks so comfortable in the box against him. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
Here's Austin Riley.
Nope. Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Hey! Now he's challenging the called strike. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges. Here's a 2-0. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add to the lead. It's 3-0.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up the ballpark.
Here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin. Short hop liner, handled it short, and they get the out.
Up next for the Braves, left fielder, Eli.
Here's the left fielder, Eli White. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Base hit center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Stepping in, Mauricio Dubon. Safe at second, and that was not close. Man at second. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. Some early action out there in the bullpen. Calvin Fauché getting loose out there. Gibson getting loose as well. Left field. Stowers coming on. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Braves. Center
And
fielder,
here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. First and second, 2 outs. Ronaldo Lopez. Next up for the Braves, he's 0 for 1. Garrett checks the runner, and he dives back in safely. Slice to right. Base hit. White around third. Head first slide, and he's safe. And it's 4-0. Go ahead, Sing. You say it helps his cause.
Helps his cause. Get that guy a jacket. He might be standing out there for a little while.
And here comes Ronald Acuna Jr. in a huge spot. In the dirt. Two on, 2 outs. Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning ends, and that stops the bleeding. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-0 ball game. This is NL East baseball here on MLB The Show. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park, and at the plate for Miami, Graham Pauley. On the ground to third. Riley fires to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
For the Marlins.
Let's take a look at his pitch usage in this one, Singy.
Well, he's known for that 4-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. And right now, he's shutting this lineup out, so we might stick with it.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
In the air, left field. And it drops in. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Up next for the Marlins. Center fielder.
So digging in, Esteury Ruiz. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Ball, that's out. Norby over at first with 1 away.
Let's go, Ronaldo.
Ground ball right side. It squirts through. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Marlins making a move for a pinch hitter. Otto Lopez.
Pretty surprised they're going with a pitcher off the bench here, Boog. I mean, they must be trying to save what they have left in terms of position players for later or something.
Otto Lopez in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. The Fish with a chance to get back into it. And we're at the top of the 5th. The 1-1. Foul ball there. Two on, one out. Swing and a ground ball. Dubon over to Kim. One. Throw to first. But he beat it.
Up next for the Marlins, second baseman Xavier Edwards.
Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. 1 for 2.
Oh, that's good.
Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Hit hard on the ground to short. And that's the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. You're watching Atlanta Braves baseball on the Show South.
Now pitching for
Back
Miami,
now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, Calvin Fauché. He pitched yesterday and we'll see him once again. Ha-Sung Kim getting ready to hit.
The shortstop, Ha-Sung Kim.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. He's already homered in this game.
Matt Olson.
Hot shot to third. Throws across the diamond. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
For the Braves, third baseman Austin.
2 down, bases empty. Here comes Austin Riley. He's already homered here in this one. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. That is the inning. And the Braves go down quietly, but they're in front 4-0. Welcome back as we look at the highlights from today's game so far. And here is
Leading
Kyle
off for the
Stowers.
Marlins, left fielder Kyle Stowers.
Circle change. Middle outside.
You know, these Marlins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Strike 2.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Next offering is down low.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
And that's downstairs and outside.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside. Here we go.
2-2 now. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Way back there. And that one hops the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball, and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Heriberto Hernandez, the next up for the Marlins, has grounded out a couple of times.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
That misses, and it's 1-0. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Man at second. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. The tag. He's out.
That really hurts right there. This is no time to gamble. When you're down in the ball game, you've got to be sure if you're going to advance a runner or even try to score right there that you're going to be safe. Just a poor decision.
One out man at first. Christopher Morel, the next up for the Marlins. And there's the strike.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
Here comes the 0-1. And a swing and a miss there.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
The 0-2. And that's outside.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Stays alive.
Four-seam
Man at first, one away.
outside.
Grounder might be 2. Good feed. That's 1. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Braves 4 and the Marlins nothing. Bottom of the 6th. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin.
Drake Baldwin.
Oh, great stop. Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Up next for the Braves, left fielder Eli White.
So up next, Eli White.
He was the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
Up the middle, Sanoha. Tosses to first, 2 up, 2 down.
Well, he had to make the perfect play up the middle, be able to square himself up with the shoulders enough to be able to make a strong, accurate throw to first, and I thought that was an infield hit all the way.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Calvin Fauché won't go any further tonight. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for Miami.
So the Marlins go with a new
Number
arm,
58,
Cade Gibson.
Cade Gibson.
He's into the game with the bases empty. And next for Atlanta, Mauricio Dubon. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Grabs it on the run. That is the inning. So they make short work of them there. Seventh inning coming up. It's the Braves 4 and the Marlins nothing. This is NL East Baseball here on MLB The Show. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Javier Sanoja.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
Now pitching.
Here comes a new arm for the Braves. Daysbel Hernandez.
Daysbel Hernandez.
Two-seam fastball. High outside.
Bunt attempt, but that goes foul.
Well, that two-seamer is heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 0-2. This one in the air, center field. Harris takes it in for the out. One up, one down.
Up next for the Marlins, first baseman Graham Pauley.
And now for the Marlins, Graham Pauley. That's too low. Ball one.
Slider. Below middle.
The Marlins down by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Up next for the Marlins, third baseman.
Here's the third baseman, Connor Norby. Ground ball right side to second for one. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Braves 4 and the Marlins nothing. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Center fielder Michael Harris II.
Harris, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Lake Bacher up and loosening in the pen. Gusto warming up as well. Now this is a rocket to left. He's there. He's got it. And there's one down. So now a pinch hitter, Jorge Mateo, looking to start something with one gone.
Mateo.
Jorge Mateo now at the plate as he swings through strike one. And the 0-1.
Inside ball.
Back to the mound. It hit him. And he beats the throw. Shows off the wheels right there. An infield single. Definitely some concern here. That ball came back and got him right on the pitching arm. As you can see him trying to shake it off.
And if nothing else, you worry about him getting some dead arm and losing some feeling. But from what I can tell, I think they're going to let him continue. And that's a really good sign.
Back to the top of the order. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Swinging a foul straight back. Two now. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses.
That's inside.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
2 outs is a great time to try to steal second, especially when you have a guy with some wheels on first. Defense probably knew it was coming, but figured we better focus on trying to get this hitter out.
In the air, left field. Stowers on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. So 1 hit is all they get. 8th inning coming up. It's the Braves 4 and the Marlins nothing. This is Braves baseball on the show South.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Dylan Lee. He last pitched 2 days ago. Here's the center fielder, Esteury Ruiz. The Fish in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
Hey!
That clips the corner. And they'll do it again. Ground ball up the middle, and that one handled. The throw to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Up next for the Marlins, pitcher Cade Gibson.
Marlins making a move for a pinch hitter. Griffin Conine looking to start something with one gone.
Slider. Low middle. Here we go, Dylan.
Griffin Conine in the box now. No balls and a strike. The Braves leading by 4, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Back to the top of the order now. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Xavier Edwards. 1 for 3. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Digging in, Kyle Stowers.
Ball 1.
Edwards off of first with 2 away.
Aye.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
The 1-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. Marlins lead 1. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score.
Now pitching for Miami.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Lake Bacher.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Up the middle. Whips it to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Braves, third baseman, Austin Riley.
Here is Austin Riley.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Nope.
Action
outside.
in the pen down there. Jansen Junk preparing to come on if needed. The 1-0. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Out towards right center field. Morel under it. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Braves, catcher.
Here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. That one lifted to left. And that's the inning. Down in order go the Braves. They lead 4-0. We go to the 9th. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Heriberto Hernandez.
Slider. Middle outside.
Now pitching for the
Robert
Braves,
Suarez gets the
number
call from the pen.
75, Robert Suarez.
Sinker. Low outside.
Foul ball. Suarez. He's made a name for himself as a very effective reliever, but not really what you expect from a bullpen arm these days because he's not out there racking up Ks. The 0-1. That's a little bit low. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. Oh, and 2 now. Got him looking for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Oh, nice job right there. He struck him out twice. The pitch before looked like it was strike 3. Doesn't get the call. Bears down. Throws another quality pitch for the strikeout.
Christopher Morel, the next up for the Marlins. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1.
I think it's the deception and his ability to change arm angles and slots and give hitters different looks within one at bat. They're never able to get comfortable. When you only see him once, a lot of times he has success.
Got to be clever, too, when you don't have that lights-out stuff, right?
Absolutely. You got to know what you're able to do. Instead of focusing on what that hitter's strength is, stay with your strength and trust that you'll come out on top.
Fastball for a strike. There's a swing and a drive. And that is a foul ball. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. Got him looking for the K. And they're down to their last out.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Sanoja stands in now and watches strike 1.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
2 down, nobody on.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one, that's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touched it.
And the strike is overturned after review. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. The Marlins down to their final strike. That one is downstairs. 2-2. Next offering misses. Ball 3. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Three-two. Outside ball 4.
Up next for the Marlins, first baseman Graham Pauley.
Man at first, Graham Pauley now at the plate. Swing and a bouncer towards third. On to first, ball game. And the Braves take the first 2 games of this series.
Well, you win this one 4-0, and it feels like you could have exploded for more offensively, but you also realize that at times it was hard to score. So you get out of here feeling good about this win. Ultimately, there was great pitching and defense to keep that other team off the board. You always feel good about a win like this.